Out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
57 to Mike. Rip right.
Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Go right in. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Not today, you are. Not today.
Prescott to throw it. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 14. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that wrap.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 39, Haskins. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run with Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A gain of 7 yards.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
Now, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's Kelsey on the ground. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A give to Smith out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Prescott looks to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On the run, it's Fournette. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Robinson's got it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Coming after you.
On 1st down, it's Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Dak and the offense still out there. They're going to go for it.
Mike 51, Mike 51. You must be dreaming. 51 to Mike. 56.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A first down throw for Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, watch the slant.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
You got it. You got it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Redskins' 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Haskins to throw it. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. This defense. Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this 2nd half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who's on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Haskins. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Cowboys, 36-yard line.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On 2nd and 9. Haskins. Buying time to his left. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
You got tape. You got
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Haskins steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They still playing soccer.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. It's Cooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From a yard out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through, and the lead is down to 2. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. And an alley to run. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Haskins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Washington, they'll take them when they can get them right about now, as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, no man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, no man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda make my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I short out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. X slick then hit with the back then you out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They juked him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Monday, down. You want it, Ace? I'm on. Well, Dumbo.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Here we go.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jameis to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And Winston lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here's a run with Balaj. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. 2nd and goal from the 1.
He's coming. We got double up. Kill. Express. 58's the mic. Don't let him breathe.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Perry coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Carr. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. On first down, Carr. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Here we go, D. Here I come. This way, C. Lie down. He's checking. Crash. 36. Quick dash. Come.
Now Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They run it with Balaj. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now a play fake. Carr. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed it in the huddle. Hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Down. 185. 58. Come on. You remember me? Go Chiefs. 1. Later 1.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's get it.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated for playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. He's got Fuller. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Blanche. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Carr now to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. He'll field this at the 5. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller, 78 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a three-point game. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I started with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? He said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Carr now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Winston now. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On play action, Winston rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the ball.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Freeman again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready? Black, can you do that? Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Switch, switch. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Go, everybody, run!
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now! 180! 180, we're good! 180!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. It's caught. Cooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So don't say nothing down. Check 99. Check 99.
Now a handoff looking right. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 51 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Now Carr. Open man completes it to Butler. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
You ready? Check 59. Hey, here we go. Kill.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What down? 180. 59. Master 59. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd and goal, Carr. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, ready? Track 25. Wild Bill.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Winston now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Winston flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Lorenzo Carter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. The truck. And now off to the races. Down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kalen Ballage. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Eagles get over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
And Freeman lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Winston now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. 57 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of...
And look at this, another fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's going to be a long...
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Fourth down, Winston. It's complete to Hopkins. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
One down. 188. One, later one. Defense, let's get it together.
Again, it's Balaj. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Mike 58, right there. Double dog. That's the easy. Kill.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.